Michigan doing the unthinkable.
Huge potential here.
He gets one, he gets two.
That is beautiful, beautiful front to back right there.
Up 3-1 Eastern. Looking good, feeling good. Life is good. Good evening, Eastern Michigan University. I am your host, Henry Perrin.
I am Cameron O'Brien.
And we got a game of League of Legends on our hands, a potentially very close and evenly matched game of League of Legends, which I'm really looking forward to because there have been multiple stomps on both sides given by Eastern Michigan and received from by Eastern Michigan. But before we go into any of that, we're going to talk about our schedule here. So yeah, go for it. We got League of Legends and Valorant.
So today we are against Kent State in League, and tomorrow we are against Kent State in Valorant. The 25th at 8 we are against Miami for League of Legends, and then the 26th against Miami for Valorant, and then March 3rd we are against Akron for Valorant.
So a lot of I always like to say that, you know, the league games, you know, they establish the narrative for a Valorant game. Is it a revenge game or not? Technically, it's a revenge game for one side.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's our schedule. Be sure to stay tuned for that. And as for the standings, Kent State, our opponent, is in 3rd place. Now, we ourselves have had we've had games canceled on us, so we've only played 3 games, comparatively less. So it's a little bit harder to tell where we are in the standings, but Kent State isn't that far ahead of us, and it would be a massive, massive W if we managed to beat them, because they would go down a little bit and we'd go up, and that would even things out a bit. So I am very much rooting for Eastern this game, and I think that Eastern definitely has the potential to win it. So let's look at the champs, the Mad Lads, for roster of our team. So we got Inferno top lane, Drywall in the jungle, Lance the man in mid, and Zero with his identity protected. That's why we don't have a picture of him, so the haters don't know what he looks like. He will be playing ADC, and Shambo as our support. Zero's been doing pretty good this season despite all the hate, actually. It's nice to see him in his comfort role. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does this game. I really want to see more of his interactions with Shambo, see how they operate as a duo. Shambo, a little bit spicy, likes to BM the enemy. I don't support that, but makes pretty good plays overall, and I think he works well with Zero. So yeah, that's going to be it as a whole for our setup. We're essentially waiting for the game itself to start. We have a 3-minute delay today. Normally we don't have a 3-minute delay, so you won't be seeing our player cams live. And oh, there's Zach. There's Zach being a wholesome, loving boss. Yeah. Oh. Is it because I said I don't support that? Is that Smash Brothers in the background? Oh, hey. Okay, I didn't know we were having a good night tonight. Okay. Oh, it's gone. Okay. Oh, he was watching it. I thought it was being played. Okay, never mind. I got overexcited. Smash is my other favorite game. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, so I don't know. Do you have any questions you want to ask or anything like that, or?
I guess just walking into this game, is it a pretty even matchup? I mean, I know the standings aren't too accurate just because we've missed some games.
If I had to give it like a matchup rating, I'd say that it's like 60-40, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like we are a little bit outmatched, but not so disproportionately so that we can't win. I expect us to put up a pretty good fight. Yeah, and so while we get our technical support ironed out, we will be going to break, and when we're back, we will have draft. See you then. welcome back. We are in draft right now. Eastern on the right, starting immediately with a Swain ban. And let's see, we have some choice bans from the other side. They got Skarner banned, which is a drywall pick. They're banning a lot of our more, they seem to be afraid mostly of drywall boxer as well as Lance, which I think is good. I like Vitalia ban because that shuts down both drywall and Lance from getting the pick on her, so that's a very efficient ban. We're banning Zillion, which is interesting. You don't see that many Zillions. So, but otherwise, yeah, we're going to have to just see what happens going off of the actual team compositions. All right. A Karma support. That's a more aggressive support style. We got some kind of, can you believe this going on with his computer? Still got some technical difficulties there, it looks like. All right, Rise on Lance. That is massive. That is a very strong pick for Game 1 especially. Eastern is very much going to try, because Eastern is having a little bit of an uphill battle, we are going to be just kind of going all out in terms of, we want that first win, essentially, so we can get the momentum going and hopefully it will pay off. Now we have both Jinx versus Yunara, which is two very late game champions. Both teams are looking pretty strong in the late game, with Maokai with the early game control going on. Are we going, and I imagine we're going to pick our support now to counteract that. Let's see who we're going for. Meanwhile, yeah, Shambo's out of there. Okay, Jarvan, so we're actually prioritizing the jungle. Okay. So, Drywall has been playing a lot of Jarvan this season and has been doing pretty good on him. We're going to now ban, looks like they're actually banning Fresh, so they are more concerned about Maokai in either top lane or the jungle rather than support, which is interesting. I would think that he'd be picked with support in this instance. Obviously, Champ that works well in multiple different roles, very flexible character, but yeah. Who else is going to be? Also, we got some technical issues from Shambo. Looks like everyone is kind of scurrying around the door. Oh, wait, Zero is on the floor. We have a man down. Okay. Okay, Shambo's coming back. Shambo's coming back. I wonder if, like, this is the delay or if this is actually happening during draft. This is genuinely happening during draft. Okay, okay. All right, Nautilus is our support. Okay. We have a very, very, very strong engage, and if that engage doesn't work, we have Rise to teleport us to the back line into an advantageous position. So Eastern's team is, I'm thinking, I'm really liking it so far, especially if it is... Well, I don't think it's Karma support. I think it will be Karma mid. So, let's see. LeBlanc, all right. They have a very squishy team overall and that's a pretty confident choice going, considering that just how hard our engages are. Granted, LeBlanc has some very good disengage in general, so she's very slippery. She can get out of problems, but character like Karma, character like Jinx, doesn't really have a way to get out of there. I do like the addition of Urgot to the roster. That's going to add a very strong front line combined with Maokai, so they can have people soak up that initial burst from Jarvan and from Nautilus's lockdown. So Eastern is going to have to pick a... I imagine a very aggressive top laner to match this team up. I would go all in. They're not. They're picking... Okay, they're picking a ranged top laner as a contingency, it looks like. Very ratty. Smolder is a very rat-like pick, if I do say so myself. No offense, Inferno. I know it's meta at the moment, but... Yeah, okay. I do like that, though. If a combination of if Yunara goes down, you still have a Smolder deal with. If Smolder goes down, you still have a Yunara deal with. And Smolder skill's even harder than Jinx. So, not to mention that with the new top lane season changes, with Smolder being able to hit level 20, that just makes his hyperscaling even more cartoonish. So, and I know we've picked Smolder top in the games last week. So there is definitely grounds and merit for it. Very interesting pick from Eastern. We're going to be playing. We're basically going to be playing a very skirmishy team. We're going to be going in and out of fights a lot. We're going to mostly be the ones starting them, whereas they're going to be more defending. Essentially, they're going to be trying to chip us down before the fight start proper. So it's really going to come down to who gets to the fight first. Basically, how quick can Eastern break through that defense? That is going to be basically the narrative of this game. So yeah, considering that there is a 3-minute delay, as you can see even on their screen, they are still connecting and actually doing the draft and ban pick right now. We will be going momentarily to break, and we'll pick it up from there. Okay, and we are finally into the game with already a relatively explosive start. It's actually Karma mid with LeBlanc support. Now, I am a big fan of LeBlanc support. It's not a conventional support by any means, but it's a very powerful, very aggressive support. Now, against Nautilus, I'm not a fan of it because of that exact reason. LeBlanc, basically her best asset is her engage, but that's also how she escapes. And Nautilus is a very point-and-click adventure character. He's just going to go in, he's going to click on her, and he's going to kill her. Likewise, Smolder versus Urgot's very rough. Urgot is very dependent on you getting in range of his little spider legs so he can shoot you, and Smolder just sneezes on you from a distance and then grows up to be a really big, really annoying boy. So, overall, I think the character selection is in Eastern's favor. The matchups are very strong, I think. Especially, I'd say the most neutral one is Rise into Karma, but considering the rest of the team around it, it is very much in our favor. Now, as per the season, even with an aggressive start, we are going to have a relatively slow early game. Now, Zero actually had a chance to back early and get a longsword, so he's going to be much stronger than this Jinx, who is still just sitting on Doran's Blade and still farming. And it looks like they are going to get jungle support relatively early. Maokai is on that side of the map and will be doing that scuttle. So Maokai could potentially make something happen, but if Maokai doesn't, then Zero has a very decisive advantage here. Now, granted, we are very pushed up, so this is very much a position in which the Maokai will want to do something. But also, we have our own little scheme going on in the mid lane with Drywall kind of lurking. He's just sitting in that bush, seeing if he can kill someone. He realizes it's not going to happen, so he leaves. And it looks like we're being smart as well, and we're respecting the potential Maokai. We slow down our push, and everything continues to remain neutral. Although neutral is a very strong word here, considering how little Urgot can do to Smolder. Even if Urgot does manage to land his initial engage on Smolder, and that's a big if, Smolder has pretty solid disengage. And now, on the note of engage, we have a bit of, now we have both Nautilus and J4 on the bot side. Shambo possibly trying to use his taunt to get them to push up ahead. They do have vision though, and we aren't going to really be able to do anything about that, so I don't think a gank is going to be happening right now. But overall, yeah, no, he's leaving. He knows there's vision there. He's not going to go for it. Yeah, playing relatively neutrally, relatively respectfully of each other, which I think is very wise considering how good Kent State is. Yeah, so that is...
So just then, when you see a player kind of leave, is that something you see often?
Yes, League is very much a time management game, right? The better, especially the role of... So, a okay, we have a bit of a fight going on, but Urgot has no mana to really contest Smolder, even if Smolder got into Urgot's ideal range, which he wouldn't. There wouldn't be much he could do. But yeah, so as I was saying, League is very much a time management game. You have resources, you're making money to get stronger than the opponent. And so you need to be in the right place at the right time, just like Drywall is right now. Going to get the flash out from the Karma, that's good enough. It's basically half a kill where you don't get money, but you take a critical resource away from the opponent. So yeah, basically, right now, everyone, since so many of the characters that are in play right now are stronger later in the game, no one's really taking needless risks. Essentially, we are playing. You can almost call these like gentlemen's lanes, you know, where we are just kind of agreeing, like, hey, I'll farm, you farm. Granted, if you're out of position, like Infernal is right now, going to use up the Smolder disengage very intelligently, uses the flash at the same time as the Urgot, and now Urgot's out of position as Drywall is there to back up his little buddy, and Inferno now is in a very decisive position, and this is going to be a huge bit of potential momentum. And now, is Inferno going to be the one to get the kill? Yes, he is. The first blood, the extra gold into Smolder, that is terrifying, considering how much of a time bomb of a character Smolder is. That's going to accelerate his growth immensely. So that was very good. I have to wonder if that was bait almost from Inferno. We are going to trade First Dragon for it, which isn't good, but at the same time, I think that is a potentially worthy trade, especially if we get something stronger going on. Now, Shambo is getting locked down here, but again, they locked down the support, who is the bulkiest person on our team, so he is not going to go down. He's going to be very chipped and very harassable coming up. And that could be the potential edge, especially since now the Jinx is ahead in items. We opted for a call on Yunara, which will make Yunara stronger in the later game, but really going all in on that element of her design. But Jinx is getting the BF sword, which stands for Big Use Your Imagination sword, and that is much better than 2 long blades. So yeah, very again, it's like it's very calm before the storm. Everything is so chill, so respectful, and then out of nowhere, there's a gank from Drywall, who is just waiting very patiently and making his presence known with a banner. Now, LeBlanc is there to contest him, but I don't think they have enough pressure, enough people in position. Then again, he's very much locked down. Might have to flash out. Wait a minute. Yeah, has to use the flash now. Oh, the cross map. Urgot snipe. Get in my belly. And we have a very good pick on Drywall. I didn't think that was possible. Now, Zero getting aggressive, knowing that he has to match their aggression if he wants to keep Eastern in the game. And going to get the clone out of LeBlanc. LeBlanc not going to be able to do anything, and we get a double. So even though they did an amazing play of their own, we matched that tempo, and we kept up with it.
So when a player does die, when do they come back?
It depends on where you are in the game. Very recently in this season, they made it so that death doesn't last as long. So it used to be like it would take you like 15 seconds to come back. Now it takes like 5 to 10, right?
Okay.
But later in the game, once we get like, I'd say like, 40 minutes in, death, it takes like 70 seconds to come back. So it becomes a bigger and bigger deal later on. You also get money for it. Now, Drywall remembers. Drywall did not like getting eaten by that Urgot, and he's coming right back for revenge. We see the instant replay from the Urgot, just to set up the plot that's happening right now. And the feed is going on to Smolder. And once again, the comp difference is just working in our favor. We are going to get the Jinx killed because what can LeBlanc do to protect Jinx from a Nautilus? There's nothing she can do. She can she can try to root him, but like Nautilus doesn't care about that. Nautilus can root you thrice. So yeah, no. I am kind of shocked by the Kent State draft actually. In this matchup, I thought maybe they had a grander plan at play, but it's looking like it's not working out for them.
Do they often match up players based on what other players pick?
Yeah, so normally you do research what your opponent plays, and you try, in the beginning, you can choose to ban characters, right, to make it so that they can't pick them, right? But the thing is, there's so many characters in this game, you can't ban everyone, right? You just can't cover every blind spot.
Right. But they have their favorites.
Yeah, they have their favorites, and I think that what their picks suggest to me is that they're probably very confident, and they thought that maybe they could get a free lunch here. And we are showing that there is no such thing as a free lunch. No soup for you.
No.
You're going to have to work for it. And with a 2-0 Smolder and a 3-0 Yunara, all of our kills, all of our resources are funneled on the strongest characters on our team. And this Karma is also falling very behind in CS. So overall, it's looking very scary for Kent State. Even though they have one dragon, I don't know if they'll be able to control the map. Okay, we have a fight going on, and as stated, Nautilus gets rooted. He don't care. Nautilus doesn't care. In fact, he wants to get rooted because that might make them get confident and go in with Drywall waiting in the back. Now, it didn't happen. So, oh, wait. Once again, just that's the other thing with Smolder into Urgot. Smolder can, Urgot's engage is just so telegraphed that it gives Smolder, normally, hold on. I'll get back to that thought because we have absolute mayhem going on in the bot lane. Drywall getting picked out. Now, wait a minute, the Zero ult is actually kind of cracked. Okay. Yeah, Drywall gives his life once again, but that doesn't matter because, again, Zero is getting all the potential. Now, Dragon has spawned, and that means that Drywall will have to come back for it. But again, I think even if we give up this Dragon, which they're not in a position to take the Dragon right now, we're still in a really good spot. So, wow.
Are you starting to see the players kind of develop more now?
Yes, yes, very much so. And Drywall used to be our support player, and you can kind of see that DNA in how he's playing. He's playing very selflessly this game, right? Because he died there, but it gave Zero the opportunity to get the kill instead. And as stated, we are actually going to get the Dragon without the jungler. And considering that we have Lance there, they can be zoned off of it. And yeah, Ocean Drake is ours. And now any advantage Kent State had is gone. And as stated, Urgot does telegraph his engage, but I don't think Inferno knows that LeBlanc is here, and he doesn't. Now Smolder, very slippery snake, going to be able to get out, especially with a massive level lead. I mean, he looks like he's in trouble, but he's 2 levels ahead and 4 levels ahead of LeBlanc. So even though he's a squishy little baby dragon, he just comparatively on raw stats, he's ahead. So, yeah, that was a very, the DNA of that play was very good from Kent State, but the statistics just didn't work out with it. If Smolder was a bit weaker, if Smolder wasn't as fed, maybe. And Jinx should be first item relatively soon, but I mean, Zero has Kraken Slayer and a crit cloak, so like, yeah, no, I have been Jinx in this situation many times. Jinx is a very raw, unga-bunga numbers character. If her numbers are lower, there's very little skill expression she has to do better there. And, oh, going to spam the Jarvan ult, but looks like Lance wasn't quite ready to reciprocate it yet. So there could have been a kill there, but we don't even get a flash out of it. Now, we are rotating to mid lane, and that will... and basically, our plan is going exactly as planned. So, yeah. Okay, they're going to do a very hard engage to try to catch Lance, and Rise, being very immobile, has to use his flash to get out. But now that the ultimate's gone, Lance isn't scared. He's chucking stuff at him and telling him, like, yeah, go ahead, fight me, see what happens. Oh, and now we are going for the tower dive on the Urgot. We're going to take this tower. If you stick around, you're going to die. And yeah, okay. This is Eastern's getting very out of control very quickly. And I'm very, very, very impressed.
It seemed like we went from kind of very equal to now we have the advantage.
Oh, absolutely.
Very quickly.
Absolutely. they had an opportunity to take the advantage back a few times, and we just didn't let them. We kept the momentum up. League is a very momentum-based game, and yeah, no, once you fall this far behind, it's going to take a miracle to get back. Oh, Lance managed to interrupt the back, and also, Kent State hasn't rotated their bot lane to mid yet, which is kind of uncharacteristic in the pro scene. Normally, you see that happening around the same time for both sides.
Is this kind of the turning point when everyone comes together?
Yes, around this time is when it's like, okay, we've seen who's ahead, who's behind. We're going to plan out for the rest of the game around this and do team fights, right?
Okay.
Now, instead of doing 2v2 or 1v1 or 2v1, we're going to try to do 5v5 as much as possible, right? And we're going to try to push what advantages we have. And if we're behind, we're going to try to leverage what small advantages we have.
Right.
Now, Kent State isn't drastically, they're actually, I won't say drastically behind, but they're pretty behind, especially in the ADC arms race. Jinx can do nothing to this Yunara right now. And yeah, no, and that's the other thing is their team isn't really built around having a comeback. Their team is built around making it like, LeBlanc's big deal is that she does big damage at a distance, and she just did so little. And we have map control now. Now, Drywall, no, he's got the squad around. Even if a fight starts here, his homies will back him up. And this mid tower will fall soon, and with mid tower gone, that's going to be a significant more amount of control for Eastern Michigan. Yeah, I'm just very impressed so far. This was a daunting matchup for us in terms of team skill, and we're killing it. And this Dragon's coming up, and that's going to probably be, I'd say, the most important fight. If Kent State has any chance of coming back, it's going to be at this Dragon fight. So based on how well this next fight goes, that's where I would place your bets.
In terms of the Dragon, could you explain that a little more?
Sure. So basically, Dragon is the main objective in the game, essentially. Whenever you kill a Dragon, your team statistically gets a little bit stronger, right? And you can kill up to 4 Dragons. And so the first team to kill 4 Dragons gets a massive advantage, essentially. And so every time a Dragon is killed, it accelerates the game a bit. And that is why Kent State knows. They know this is an important Dragon. They're even bringing the big guns, Urgot down. And you know how I was saying that Kent State's one chance for a comeback is this? Well, they pretty much nailed that fight. They have a very scary full health Smolder, but Smolder, even with the big scary numbers, I don't know. Well, this is like the buddy cop movie going on. We have the two, like normally these two, they're kind of like action heroes. Oh my, are you going to steal it? No, you're not going to be able to steal that. And now you're out of position. This could snowball into a big catch-up for Kent State. But Zero is actually godlike, literally. Okay. Wow. That was... I had no idea how that one was going to end. Kent State very much putting themselves on the board, very much establishing that they're still a threat, but they're going to give up mid tower for it, and the 2 biggest threats on the team are still pressuring them. And that is one advantage of LeBlanc. Caught out of position, but she's pretty slippery. She can get away. But wow, even if you have a fully stacked team, a Smolder with 8 kills is kind of a nuclear weapon. It just shreds them. And now, since there's no objectives up, we are in a pretty neutral state. We are essentially... there's no reason for anyone to really be fighting right now, except for Kent State. Kent State needs to force a fight. They need to catch one of us out of position, and they've proven they can kill some of us, but the biggest threats on our team are still a threat. And I'm sorry, I said a 9-0 Smolder. Smolder's 4-0. Yunara is the one that has 8-0. And once again, the Zero haters, this isn't helping your case. I'm just saying, it's not helping your case. All right, we got a fight over Scuttle, potentially for a Rift Herald setup. And Shambo, a bit out of position, a bit over push. Maybe that's bait, but that's some risky bait. That's like holding the bait in the water with your bare hand. And I'm sorry, it's not Rift Herald that's up. It's Baron that's up. That's a much bigger deal. Baron is also an objective. Basically, if Dragon's not going well for you, or if the game's going really well for you, you take Baron, you take towers twice as fast. So Baron is very much a comeback mechanic. Okay. Or if you're already ahead, a snowball to the end. But yeah. So.
And who just got that?
It's just up right now.
Oh, okay.
It's available to both sides, and that's what we're kind of having a standoff for. We're having a bit of an intelligence battle for it. We're going to drop Rift Herald onto the map, which is going to basically, it's like a little Jeep. You crash into the tower, and that is going to get rid of that tower in one fell swoop. And now they have lost so much ground, and we are closing in on them like a claw. And not like a crappy claw game claw. I mean like a claw. Going for vision control. Okay. And that's honestly one of the most frustrating parts about playing League. Somebody's like, man, I just want to get rid of the wards, and then the entire team just comes out and dunks on you. And that's exactly what's happening. And honestly, I don't even think you take Baron off of this. I think you just keep pushing mid. Because, yeah, this is, everything's coming up Millhouse in this situation. Like, we have full momentum. Both of their tankier characters are dead and gone, which means they have no front line, which basically means they can't push forward. And we will take Baron here now that we didn't get the ace, we didn't wipe them all out. So yeah, let's get Baron. There's no way for them to approach us. Hell, we don't even need all hands on deck for that. We got Smolder still in the bot lane applying pressure while we take Baron, and that pressure is about to get so much more immense. Calls his mom up just to kill some extra minions, get that push going faster, and now he is out of there. The split pushing Smolder, I never thought I'd see the day. Oh.
Is there still no need to fight from Eastern, or?
Yeah, considering we just got Baron, Dragon will be coming up again soon, and Kent State is ahead on Dragons. Kent State has 2 Dragons, we have 1 Dragon. 4 Dragon is when you get the big buff.
Okay.
So, this Dragon will be important, and so we are setting up for that. So a potential fight will, not even a potential fight, a destined fight will break out here. And we're going to see how much we can ambush them. Drywall just kind of hiding in the shadows, waiting for someone to stick their pinky toe out, and he has seen the toe, and he says, you know what, nah, I'm not much of a foot person, actually, and he's going to back off. So respectable, a civilized person, sane person. But we are going to be pushing the bot tower because while they're hesitating, we can apply pressure because there's not much they can do about this. Like look at how far back the Karma has to stand from this. And just kind of watch as it unfolds. Oh, and we have a fight going on mid. But Maokai going to catch one of us out. And it is Lance. Lance is not the nuclear option at the moment. He's more of a supporting fire, but we are going to lose mid tower, and we have to drop the Dragon plans and come in and try to punish this. They are very out of position. They are deep in our territory, but they have Urgot to back them up. I don't know if I agree with chasing this. Yeah, I don't think I agree with this move. Okay, we're going to be going in with Shambo with it, and oh my god, that Smolder damage is disgusting. Who cares about facts, logic, and strategy when you have a dragon who just spits on you when you die like you're allergic to it? Like, yeah, no, okay. We're not even caring about the dragon right now. Which, yeah, we're just gonna take mid. Because, again, Dragon accelerates the game, but if the game's already going so fast, like, obviously we're going to want to take Dragon now, but, like, I think that's a massive confidence play to not take Dragon there because, you know, Kent State is going to basically have a little bit more time to react to it, but not much time as we're all here and we have just so much damage. And the potential comeback for Kent State is slipping and slipping away.
Are their chances pretty low?
I'd say their chances are getting to the single-digit territory. Okay. Like, as someone who has played this game,
yeah,
this is where I forfeit usually.
Okay.
So,
I mean, it just looks like they're just getting pushed back and back and back.
Yep. And eventually, they're not going to even be able to step out in their front lawn. You know, it's that kind of scary. It is board up your windows type scary. Now, they are making ground where they can. They're taking the bot tower. They're pushing. They're trying to get farm. They're doing anything they can to come back in. Respect to this Karma, who hasn't died once on their team. The only person on their team who hasn't been playing very safe. But even then, behind on farm. And I might have spoken to, actually, wait, Lance getting a little overzealous there. You're a squishy old man, Lance. You can't be making plays like that. That's a young man's game. And just like that, we have the entire team here. And this is where their team is stronger, when they can play with numbers. And even though Jinx is 0-5, she is getting close to her third item, which, you know, this season is so good for ADCs. They get stronger a lot sooner than that, but third item Jinx is very notorious. So even though she's not that strong, she will be catching up soon. And Jinx is a scary character. She has really good farm right now. So, yeah, and we didn't actually get all that much off of our Baron. So we've gone from single digits. We're back in the double digits now, I'd say. That was pretty good. Surprising play from Lance there. Lance is normally a much more cautious player than that.
Do you think they're playing with a little more confidence? Do you, like, I know you said you don't normally see those types of plays.
Yeah, I think that was like almost like a limit test, you know?
Okay,
it's like, oh, well, I got away with this.
Like, maybe I can do that.
Yeah. No, it's a dangerous mindset. You know, in League, you got to be rational, you got to be safe, but this is such an emotional game that, you know, the highs are blisteringly high and the lows are depressingly low.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I have had many 3 a.m. To this game.
You've had the lows.
Yeah. You have no idea. But this is a happy, upbeat stream.
Yes.
So, yeah. No, I'm saying good things on behalf of Kent State. They're handling this situation exceptionally well, but the situation is still very dire. Right now, that said, Eastern is humbled a little bit. We kind of had to stay back. We're being a bit more cautious still. And Rise Ultimate should still be down. So, actually, no, it's back up. I'm a fool. Ignore me. Let's see. Not much going on in the map right now. It's kind of like everyone was just reminded of the stakes of the match. Like, we don't have a Dragon up right now. Baron isn't a conversation at the moment. It will be soon. They are getting vision for it. They're setting up for that side of the map. So, and now it is up. They have, actually, I'm sorry, they're not the ones saying that. We're the ones saying that up. We want a refund on our Baron play. We want to basically get more of a push. To hell with the dragons. You know, we could have had 4 dragons by now if the world was a nice place. And we don't. So let's just take Baron. Let's try to end the game when we can. And all right, the Maokai is committing. He's going in with the ultimate. That's a very good move from Drywall. I don't know if the move's good enough because he's going to catch him out of position. And the Jinx getting the shutdown is absolutely massive. It's going to bring her back into the game. But don't forget, we have a more cartoonishly late game scaler than Jinx ourselves in the form of Smolder, who is level 18, has a Guardian Angel. So if he dies, he just comes back immediately. Which, for considering how dangerous he is,
that's even more dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. And wait. We have a little bit of playback issues going on, it looks like. But we are just going to be taking these the Baron right now. And they're not going to really be able to contest us, especially with a Maokai ultimate on cooldown and no Urgot. So we are going to get a refund on our Baron play, and they're going to have to bunker down because, yeah, no, water's rising. It's getting quite scary. And now they're going to do pretty much the only thing they can do and try to set up for this dragon, maybe try to get it fast enough, considering that Eastern just gobbled up that Baron. Like, just absolutely ate it like a bunch of piranhas. And Drywall putting his best foot forward, walking up, asking what are you going to do about it, and they're respecting it. They don't want to deal with it right now. And wait, is he respecting them though? My guy, you're going way too early. What is that? Like, I get you have a dragon that takes out their health bar, 80% of their health bar in one hit, so maybe that's the sacrifice you make. Actually, no, I think they win the game. Was that a BM flash there? That flash didn't need to happen. Yeah, you just win the game there. Okay, never mind. Okay, you die a horrible, flaming, scalding death, but
you win.
You win.
Yeah, you win.
Yeah, you know what? That's that support mentality. He used to be a support player. I am.
He's taking some of that with him.
Yeah. He's willing to get a bit of egg on his face if it gets the team. If the team gets the team a win, and wow, very, very strong showing from Eastern.
Yes.
Definitely, the comp. Like, I don't want to downplay how good we did because we did really good that game, but the comp is absolutely what sealed the deal. Essentially, once we got that early lead, considering the differences in the composition, that is why I kept saying, oh, there's very little they can do. They have single-digit chances. It wasn't really talking about their skill. It was more just like, in this situation, when you're piloting these characters against these characters, there's so little you can do. Smolder is so oppressive. Yunara is oppressive. Both were fed. And none of your oppressive weapons, they're offline. They're not happening. So, yeah.
I mean, it just looked like Smolder just got so to a point where it wasn't even stoppable.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Smolder is a time bomb.
Yeah.
When you see an enemy Smolder, your goal is to accelerate the game as fast as possible, because even if the Smolder eats dirt, he's going to become so dangerous later on. Now, it is a fearless draft, which means that we can't pick the same characters twice in a row. So I'm curious to see how our draft is affected then, and we will see when we are back from break. Hello, hello, and we are back in draft once more, and we have the big boss man himself, Zach Lewis, with us.
That's right.
He coaches the team as well. So
I don't coach the team.
you don't coach the team?
I'm the mascot.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
spiritual
right. You're right. So yeah, hi Zach. Do you want to just give us a little bit of your League of Legends background?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Predominantly known for solo killing Lance and solo queue before I even knew him. I'll never allow that one
Zero lean back is unhinged, by the way. That man's doing sit-ups in his gamer chair.
Well,
sorry. Anyways.
But the beauty of that chair is that it's just broken. I mean that's the great thing.
I thought
about
they
it
were
go
actually
up?
designed for that. Okay.
That's the you'd think it would be an intentional choice,
Yeah.
but no, that's full. That's full
My man is playing with no back support.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that
He disappears every 5 minutes.
yeah, he
leaning
just starts to
back.
sink
Yeah.
back slowly. He's relaxing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everything cool about Zach is disqualified by the fact that he was a Garen main. But I'm sorry, it's true.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true. But, okay. Eastern, let's talk about the actual game that's in front of us right now.
Yes.
Eastern has Orianna Nocturne. That is a classic combo. Basically, Orianna puts her ball onto Nocturne. Nocturne has a little zoomy zoom. He flies across the screen and locks onto you. And he's basically the Amazon free day shipping of Orianna's ultimate, basically. He brings the ball to you, and then Orianna basically makes it explode. So, very classic combo. But I'm liking Kent State's response here. We got Yasuo, who, basically mascot of the game level character. Good synergy with Malphite, who's very strong right now, and Victor, who is a good fallback scaler. I'm going to say, I don't know what lane Yasuo's in, because Victor's normally played mid, and so's Yasuo, so I don't know if it's Yasuo top?
No, I think this is probably, if I'm guessing,
Victor support?
If we're picking up on what the last game had tipped us off on, we know that Kent State has one power player, that's Alcalamity. An all-star player, if there ever was one in the ESC. And if I'm a betting man, I'm not sure that the LeBlanc was the boldest choice that Alcalamity has up their sleeves. They might be trying to run a Yasuo
support?
ADC,
Okay.
maybe? I don't know. I'm a little confused.
ADC Yasuo.
Maybe I'm wrong. Alcalamity's not known for that kind of thing, but, it could be
that
something.
would be the flashiest thing you could possibly do. The reason that it's like that is because ADC is it's a ranged role. ADC is, I'm going to pelt you down.
I see what's happening.
You see what's happening?
I've heard the rumors.
You've heard the rumors.
Yeah, I think this is a Singed jungle played by Alcalamity here.
Okay,
I think that's what's happening.
I love Singed. I don't know if Singed has a place here, but I love Singed, so...
Yeah.
No, Singed is a, very unconventional character, even though he was the first character they ever made, fun fact. He doesn't play by anyone else's rules. He's very much he just kind of runs around like a jerk. But talking more about Eastern once again, we once again have a very strong, hard engage comp. Now, we don't have that much defense, essentially.
No.
We are all offense. I like Lucian, actually. Senna could give us a little bit more security, actually. Okay, Xayah, I like that. Xayah,
that's good.
There's the
good.
defense.
Yep.
There's the defense. Yep. Okay, Xayah has a get out of jail free card ultimate. So,
yeah, no, this is a good look from Eastern right here.
Yeah.
And for a little bit of context of what kind of defines this team composition, and because League has 170 plus champions, like it's impossible to really understand if you're not really super accustomed to seeing exactly what's all about to happen. Eastern Michigan's team composition is devastating when you put all of those pieces together.
yes.
You get all of those champions in one place, and they become super dynamic. They can attack you in a lot of ways, and that's something to
I
look
think it is
forward to.
Yasuo ADC.
Yeah.
Or Victor. But Yasuo would make more sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sense of this. I think it's going to be a Singed jungle.
That would make
Malphite
the most
top,
yeah.
Yasuo ADC.
It looks like
Bard?
their comp is built entirely around Yasuo. Although Yasuo doesn't really have Bard doesn't have any way to really proc Yasuo ultimate. So like as a bot lane, I don't know. But
yeah, there's not a lot to talk about. Maybe there's too much to talk about when it comes to Kent here, because They only have, like, if you only have one great player, not to discredit the other four on Kent State, they are good players. They're strong. Maybe not as strong as some of the other players on Eastern. But if you have one really, really strong player on Kent, your strategy becomes a little weird, especially when that player is not used to playing a carry position where you put them in a position to just solo win the game. When they're a supportive, when you have one of the best supports in the country playing on your team, but with no one really to support, like, what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do? Well, and with this team comp, Yasuo is kind of the only ticket. Like, Victor can absolutely carry, right? But Victor gets shut down by our composition.
Yeah.
So, like, they are putting a lot of weight on Yasuo's shoulders. Like, yeah,
They absolutely are.
Considering how strongly we won that first game, I'm a little confused by this draft, actually. I feel like you need to go for something safer here. Now,
It's a risk.
I do like Malphite into an engaged team, right? Malphite has his own engage and obviously doesn't mind taking some blows. But
Well, I mean, even look at this. So, if Malphite, let's say all else is equal, and Malphite is looking for the engage,
yeah,
he can't really go on Xayah. Xayah can get away with
That's
her
true.
ultimate. There's a lot of escape tools. Going on Ambessa feels like a waste.
Nocturne can shield
you
it.
don't hit the front line. Yeah, and Nocturne can shield it. Oh, and if you're never really seeing Nocturne anyway, he's just going to be hiding out in the background.
So your
until he
only
ults
real
in.
target is either Orianna or the best jump scare you can get on Zero in your life.
Exactly, and Orianna's got the Zanyas too. Like, it feels like Kent State's going to be fighting an uphill battle if this game goes beyond 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Even if Eastern takes some L's early on.
And our
I don't
comp
know, man.
is kind of a bit more shaky early on than their comp, for sure. But then again, Malphite's not really a problem till 6.
No.
Bard is a bully early on, but once again, I don't see Bard as like that big of a bully. Like,
Sure.
And then Singed. I mean, Singed is the definition of he's a problem later. Like he runs around and laughs at you until he's good enough to kill you. So
Yeah.
And Victor, I mean, Victor is glorious evolution. That's his thing. So, like, he doesn't. So, I don't know. This is, I have a feeling we have the potential to end this game in 20 minutes if things don't go according to their plan.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's definitely dangerous. So, I mean, from a new player's perspective, you haven't played the game a lot over here as well. You've seen last game, it was kind of dominant from Eastern. Now you see like almost a Hail Mary coming in from the side of Kent State. I mean, is there anything that stands out to you from that draft that's like, wow, I really am interested to see how this plays out this game?
I guess I'm just interested from hearing you kind of talk about how there's a duo kind of play on Eastern, and then you
Yes.
kind of talking about how there's a player kind of anticipated to carry, and he might not be used to that. I guess I'm just interested to see how their Kent State's plan will come into this game.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's actually kind of crazy. Like, and I think the thing to watch out for has to be whatever Alcalamity's doing.
Yeah.
That's the one thing to keep an
And
eye on.
which person is he?
We'll figure out. We haven't
Well,
actually
is he
seen.
jungle? Is he?
He was support last game playing LeBlanc.
Okay.
Which, again, you don't play LeBlanc support unless you're trying to 1v9 the game. like you're not just against the enemy, you're against your teammates as well. Because you have no right doing that much damage. You have no right taking that many resources off the map.
Off a map, yeah. I've played support LeBlanc, and that's very much my experience. It's like, oh, I guess I'll just carry the game, and for role where you're not supposed to carry the game.
Yeah,
like,
he tried.
Yeah.
It didn't work. So
Yeah.
we're seeing a very different angle here. And I think our guys have been memeing about it the entire day, because, like, I mean, this has always been, the Kent State, I don't know, trouble or problem that you always have to solve every year is overcoming Alcalamity. It's not necessarily overcoming the rest of their team. It's figuring out whatever this guy's going to do.
And I will say, I'm a big Bard fan. I love Bard. I think Bard can cook.
Yep.
So if you put Bard in the hands of a goated support, like you say, that does give them somewhat of an edge. Once again,
Yeah.
I'm not confident in their composition.
Yeah,
but
well, I mean, what can a Bard do? Like, if you have a great support, let's say, but your top lane's losing and your mid lane's losing, and your jungle loses. What do you? How do you carry a game if all of your teammates are crumbling around you?
Right. I mean, Bard does do good damage and can open up potential flank routes, maybe to give you if you catch out the one weak link on Eastern in that scenario, right? You can really get some unconventional ganks thanks to Bard, especially with his ultimate. So I think that I don't know. I think that's I think there's an angle there as a comeback. But you are correct. Bard can't do it on his own. Bard is an enabler, right?
Sure.
Bard is an enabler who then punches you when he has the free time to do it, you know. So, yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to go to break right now, considering that there's a relatively large delay, thanks to the 3-minute delay. So we will see you guys in a moment.
Yep.
All right, welcome back for game 2 to see how Kent State will take this next game needing to win and how Eastern will play with this time.
Yeah, we have Singe top, not Singe jungle, which is good. I think Singe jungle's kind of a meme, and I think Malphite works a bit better there. I wish Malphite support was a thing, but it just isn't. It's really bad. So that Malphite Yasuo would be a really funny lane, or they're potentially strong lane at 6, but before then, they would lose so much momentum. But already we have pressure in bot lane, actually.
Yeah, and you have to expect this. I mean, this is a Yasuo Bard bot lane. It's really not that traditional, but what this feels like to me is probably a Stracoon Alcalamity special.
Hold on, we're going all in with it, going to see if, no, Yasuo's not ready yet. Like,
yeah, he's going to take a while to heat up. And, I mean, this is going to be all EMU for a while down there. Inferno actually getting a lot of damage.
You got to
respect
lane. Mbessa. You can't. Or you think like, oh, Mbessa, you know, she needs her full kit.
This might be a kill. He might flash on
even
him
with her 18 million dashes. Yeah, okay, before flash. I love that how synchronized that was. That was like they had the same thought in their head.
Yeah, and I mean, if Inferno starts taking over this top lane, it's going to be really, really hard for that Sinister to actually play the rest of the game. He has no TP. That's a really, really important spell for him to not have. Meaning, if he starts losing, like he's losing right now, he's just missing gold, he's missing experience, he's falling so far behind. And bot lane's going great. You know, I think if I'm putting myself in the shoes of like Alcalamity here, right? I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I'm probably gonna do some duoing with my ADC. I bet that this is one of those special things they've cooked up in the lab that they just don't talk about. You know, they whip it out when they really need it.
Hold on, things are getting a little bit spicy in mid lane here. It's a little bit spicy, you know, like that mild chili sauce. Not really. Yeah, everyone's gonna back off. Nothing quite explosive happening. But you got that little tingle on your tongue, you know.
Oh, this is a really nice invade coming here from Drywall Boxer and up in there in the jungle. He's gonna try to take a few camps out. Gonna get teleported by A-Main William.
What's Malphite going to do to a Nocturne, right? Like Malphite's all burst. And speaking of burst.
No flashes to be had, though.
Inferno, smart enough to know the oldest League of Legends lesson of all time. Yes. Say it with me, Zach. 3, 2, 1. Don't chase Singed.
That's right. That's right. That's a classic. If you chase that champion down, for reference, his poison trail will just kill you over time. It's never good.
Yeah. No, I like Inferno. Not getting too big for his britches there. And just be like, all right, I spooked you. I'm just going to use that time you have to get used to get back to lane, to go back myself and get some a resource advantage. And that's another thing with Bard Yasuo that I don't like. Bard has to roam, and Yasuo in bot lane by himself is miserable. Yasuo bot is so dependent on a good support to set him up because he can't walk up without getting chipped down.
Yeah, it's hard to think about him actually being able to play the game if Alcalamity leaves the lane.
Yeah.
And that's something that Bard is known to do. You know, Bard is a champion that needs to leave at some point, and he'll even leave it pretty early on. And if that Yasuo gets left to his own devices, he's just going to get abused by Zero and Shambo.
Now, Zero is in a little bit of a delicate position at the moment. Like, it could be one potential slip-up and a flash to get him. Also, I have to say, I do not like the Victor-Orianna matchup myself, personally.
From what side?
I don't like it as Victor. Like,
oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would say it really just comes down to who's hitting what. You know, the Victor, if he's consistently hitting his spells, then he's not really doing all that poorly. If Orianna's hitting spells, and it's a pretty neutral matchup.
That is what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. There's
stun.
that CC I'm talking about. Okay, has barrier, going to use that, and forced to, but gets the. I like the ignite play. I like they really went for it there. You know.
Yes.
They didn't respect the barrier, but that was close even with barrier. Like.
Yeah, I mean, you see an advantage ultimately come out here for Kent State. They've taken the dragon. They've taken the first dragon. They've been able to push out and get a CS advantage.
And Drywall's invading.
Drywall is getting this lead in the jungle here, but you know, until he's 6, it's not going to really mean a lot. So it's going to be.
Well, now he's 6.
Okay,
there it is.
6. He actually might ult here up to top lane here soon. So.
Well, I mean, I feel like treating top like the island that it is, like top doesn't need the intervention. Top's kind of hopeless already, I think. Intervention from Eastern, I mean, because unless Singe can set up a proxy, but even then, you can't proxy with a Nocturne on the team.
No,
like,
you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty all even right here. I mean, not a lot to talk about. Is there anything? You notice?
Just in comparison to last game, I've kind of felt like Kent State was playing a little more shy in a way, and maybe this time it's a little more forward to
Yeah.
Eastern.
A little
And
bit too
that-
forward, maybe.
Yeah.
That yeah, and Victor just went down to the Nocturne ult in the moment that we were talking there. Yeah, that's not good. That okay.
No, that's the dangerous stuff that you kind of start thinking about when that Nocturne hits 6. If you start stepping up too far as Kent State, you can easily get taken down. So in a way, their overconfidence kind of started to pay back a little bit in a bad way. And now looking down here at this bot lane, you know, like even though they pushed us out of the lane early and they forced us to like flash away or burn barrier, we're kind of coming back.
That
you know?
was their
we're
chance.
so dangerous. Yeah, that was like okay, maybe that was their opportunity. And now that 0's 6, Shambo's about to be 6. Alcalamity's almost destined to leave soon, you know, to go on vacation. Strikehoon, like, what does Strikehoon do? Like, this guy's he's going to be in a really, really tough spot, especially the wave pushing in. So, I mean, it's really dangerous. And with 1 kill on the side of Eastern, you know, if Kent State doesn't do anything in the next like 13 minutes, it's going to be really tough.
Maybe about to be 2 kills. Hold on. All right, we are going to chase Cinch. Going to get the ghost out of him, but he's going to be pincered. Very, very good escape. Very good. Had to burn both resources to do it. But
yeah, I mean, he's just so cooked, though. He's just so cooked.
Yeah, yeah. But that's also the kind of play he needs to go for, right? Nocturnal is down. He's trying to set up a proxy in that situation, but Nocturne's there even without ult. Day or night, Nocturne's there. You know?
Yeah, the fear of Nocturne on the map is just so crazy. And, we do see Alcalamity coming out with an ult. Zero going to have to
here
ult
comes
out
Zero.
backwards on his own.
Big root. But it's not
Alcalamity gonna
enough.
find the
Zero
hit.
going to go down, but Alcalamity is the one that gets the kill, who cashes the check. So
Yeah, but it's a Bard with a kill.
it's a Bard with a, like, yeah.
What does that do?
Well, it gives Yasuo a little lunch break, you know? Like, maybe get a tower plate. There's not much Leona can do to stop him. So that's like half a kill. But you know, it's not half a kill. A big hug from Nocturne to tuck you in at night.
And that's the combo we were talking about at the beginning of this game.
Yes.
You know, like that Nocturne, he can jump from a mile away onto almost anybody that he can see. And that Orianna has the ability to
It's like
connect
basketball.
her
It's like
ball.
passing the ball.
Yeah, she passes the
for a slam
ball off to
dunk.
him, and it just does so much damage when it hits. It's crazy.
And that's the other thing, too. Nocturne doesn't necessarily need an ultimate to fight. Now, Grant, he is very out of position, but he not scared. He's going to go, and he knows he's going to die, so he's just going for it anyways to see if he can potentially get a kill.
Another kill on
one
the
for
Bard.
El Calamity. Hey, man, Bard's an ADC in his own right.
Yeah, I mean, and this is, and to your point, Cameron, earlier, when you were thinking, you know, okay, what can this Alcalamity guy do? He's the only one on his team with kills.
Yeah.
It's on him now to win or lose.
And now Yasuo's getting bullied and has to flash out because Alcalamity's not, Big Bro's not there to protect him.
Yeah, no, this is not going well. Again, Alcalamity left the bot lane to go help his team elsewhere, and Stracun is suffering. He cannot stay in that bot in that 2 versus 1 situation alone, and he's just falling a little farther behind
Now,
every
I
time it
will
happens.
say, we did see how strong the potential lockdown between Malphite and Singed is.
Oh yeah, it's deadly.
Yeah.
They can kill at least 2 people.
And here comes Alcalamity going to try to leverage his advantage, and Malphite's here, and there's no Xayah ult, and that's the dream combo. That is what they were thinking of in draft, and no Xayah ult to get out of there.
Just how they wrote it up or drew it up.
I think that was a really excellent play because they knew it's like, okay, the ultimate's down, he's pushed up, we gotta spend our resources, we gotta capitalize on this. So, okay, they're not out of it yet, by any means.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty different play, or this is a different kind of game we're seeing from Zero versus last game. I mean, he was larger in charge, and now he's kind of not doing great. I don't know. What do we think?
Yeah, I mean, but here's the difference though. Nocturne, a character who's really good at ending games early, is on the board, and Lance is on the board. And I was joking like, oh, Lance, you're just a frail old man. Lance is, I think, our best player. So, like, the fact that Lance is ahead now, that's a threat. That's like a new threat. You know, it's like they have a chance to adapt to Zero, but now you're gonna get the romance from Lance. So, like, And we thanks to how scary Nocturne is, we have control over the Void Grubs too.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, this game is turning into a pretty neutral game overall now. Like, both teams have taken some wins here and there, but I would say Easterns are more meaningful coming onto Lance, whereas Calamity playing a supportive champion. What's he gonna do?
I think Kent State has an angle here actually, because I think that they're going to be scarier in the late game than us. I think at this pace, right? If Zero doesn't find a way to get back ahead, Mbessa falls off, Nocturne falls off, right? Leona, her engage isn't as meaningful later in the game. It's still really strong, right? But compare that to the Malphite, the Singed. Once those two catch up and can start doing meaningful things, Malphite has one job: slam head, deal, make dead. Like that's his goal. Singed is fine from behind, in my opinion. And Victor is Victor. Now, Victor's 0-3, so I'm not too worried about him yet, but I do think there is an angle, especially if they get a good shutdown here.
No, it's a very different outlook on what we saw last game. Lance, again, is still dominating, but from the bot lane to the top, Eastern is definitely getting a little bit slower of a start.
And forced to ultimates flying out everywhere here. No, they're farming bot lane. This is exactly what they need to be doing.
Yeah, and this Malphite has another ultimate set up here. This 3v3 here, that's kind of looking like it's going to get open, get set up soon.
I mean, Drywall's about to turn out the lights and potentially go in, but with Malphite there, I don't think he can do anything.
No. I mean, that's a tough 3v3, and you can see both mid laners jockeying down from their lane to come help out as well.
Yeah.
It's turning into a teamfight game.
Knowing that Nocturne's bot side can get his proxy set up, and this is what I mean when Singed is behind. If you ignore Singed for a moment, he's a little schemer. He's going to go in and do his big evil scheme, you know? Like, so...
Yeah. This game is turning into be a really, really annoying one for EMU to have to deal with. Zero is going to have to play his little heart out to stay alive.
Yeah.
And I mean, he has to avoid a Singed running at him, a Malphite trying to ult on top of him. If anything knocks him up whatsoever, the Yasuo is going to immediately ult onto him as well. Just like that. Drywall Boxer barely manages to flash out.
You know what's coming in clutch right now? I was just about to mention, but Yasuo has Blade of Rune King, which will cause a slow on hit.
Wow.
Oh my God, Drywall, get out of there, my guy. Drywall, he has a knife, Drywall. No, Drywall, that was avoidable. Take the blast code, my guy.
And you could just tell how much game sense Calamity has. You know, he's looking for plays that he's hunting down. He knows exactly what to look for, and it's really, really oppressive to play against. I mean, if you can imagine him on a champion that actually mattered, you know.
Hey, I won't have Bard slander going on here.
He would be so.
But Bard
deadly.
is the reason they're on the board. Like
he is the board.
Yeah,
he is.
Well, Yasuo's on the board. Yasuo got a kill.
Yeah,
and Yasuo's not behind in CS at all. Now, the Singed proxy going to potentially backfire, but Singed, I mean, Singed is comfortable at 1 HP even. Like, Singed
is, especially when you use the ultimate on Mbessa to start the fight. You almost have to have the ultimate until after he's flicked you away.
Absolutely.
Just to get back in range. And, I mean, we do see more plays coming out back onto the mid lane coming in from
Zero could get
early
tower here, actually. And Yasuo on his own cannot lock down Zero, and he will get the first turret, actually. That's actually pretty big and very important for him to come back. Now, Calamity wasn't quite ready to walk into the bushes, got a little bit jumped there, but at the same time, it was just a spider, you know? It's just shoo him away.
Yeah, okay. For every step forward for Kent State's bot lane, it's a step backward, it feels like, because, yes, they win, they get ahead, and then Calamity has to leave to like babysit the rest of the map.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the Yasuo loses everything that he had just fought to gain, you know, and Zero's really not even that far behind anymore.
But we have a fight going on here. I think this Singed could get potentially locked down, but we also have a fight going on bot side. The Singed is definitely dead.
He does get the kill.
Yeah. Dragon spawns. We take down the Malphite. That's big. Orianna is a really good counter to Malphite. They're best of friends and worst of enemies. Orianna Malphite's another classic combo. But she can just shred through any defense Malphite has with her burst damage. And we have two of them off the board now, two of them dead. we have a chance to finally get our own dragon. They've been getting both dragons. They've had superior map control so far. But face-up again, Calamity is still hanging out, though, in dangerous enemy lines.
Yeah, but with no ultimates that can actually knock anybody up, that Stracoon's presence is really not that dangerous.
Well, hold on, he tried to buy time with his ultimate so they could get the TP into the knockup ultimate.
Kent State's going to try to make something happen here. They're teleporting with an ultimate from Nocturne.
Okay, everyone is here. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, and just like that, we are going to turn it around with a full crew on hand. It's an absolute slobber knock, but for Malphite showing his value, and the Yasuo Malphite ultimate, tail as old as time, very sweet romance, going to basically carry that fight. And we have a very scary Ambessa doing Ambessa things, and Inferno, very strong player. But Malphite is just like, please, please don't kill my friend. And no, Ambessa, there is no mercy in Noxus. And yeah, so we will get something from that. We get the dragon, that's important, but I'm not a fan of forcing the fight there, honestly. I think you take the dragon and you leave in that situation. Like,
no, that was rough. That was rough. I mean, just by virtue of what Kent State wants to do, they can pretty much on command kill any 2, maybe 3 of Eastern's players, especially in a 5 versus 5. And Eastern, we just didn't take enough ground in that fight. Like,
no, we didn't.
We got some ground, but it wasn't enough.
We didn't respect their combo. No. The Malphite Yasuo ult is what did it there.
Lance is strong. With all this happening, Lance didn't die. He's 5-0. I mean, he's getting to a point where he can almost one-shot anybody on their team.
Inferno's also very strong. You saw how much damage Inferno was dealing.
Yeah, our solo laners are high impact right now. Our bot lane might be a little behind. Our jungle may be a little behind.
Well, the Yasuo with Pickaxe, Noonquiver, Bork, like, that's a strong Yasuo. Like,
it's only getting stronger, too.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm actually very scared of the Yasuo right now.
Yeah, he is going to be doing a lot of work, especially if he can follow up on that Malphite ult. And you can see Kent State starting to play up. They're out of the bot lane now. They're starting to group up. We're at the 18-minute mark. And we do see a little bit of Inferno's, like, Inferno's trying to find a solo kill down here. He probably
He will get it with that damage. And
yeah, okay. It's not even close.
Victor's an asthmatic with a cane. He's not going to get away from that.
Yeah, William is not having a fun go of it. Eastern's going to try to find an engage
but
here.
You're blocking down the Malphite.
Oh, big ult from Lance.
Oh, go through the magical journey. Not going on a magical journey on his own, but wait a minute. This is a horrible position to be in against Stinge. The tower, MVP tower.
Backfire. But again, Calamity finds the kill. Every bit of gold that Kent State is earning in all these fights seems to find its way to the one player that it shouldn't be going to.
But no, Bard can carry.
I don't believe it.
Bard can carry.
I don't think so.
Bard does mad damage, and that ultimate there is what won them that fight. Like,
you know, okay, they may have won an ultimate, but Bard's ult, no matter how many kills he has, will never do more damage than it does right now.
But you think it's small, Zach. You got to think big with the ult. You got to think about the ultimate kept them stuck under tower.
Oh, I'm thinking.
Let the cavalry come, you know, like.
I'm thinking, but I just don't see a way forward here. If you take away the kills from Kent State, which for all intents and purposes, the kills from their support, this is a 10-3 match right now. And it's not very close.
I think you're discounting the Bard way too much, and he's building damage now. He knows.
Okay, he might start building damage now, but he's like 2.5 items behind the next carry.
He's going to build Leandries, and it's going to be devastating.
We'll agree to disagree.
Okay.
We'll agree to disagree on this.
No.
Yeah.
No, my man's asleep on Bard.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Hey, you see that team skin he's wearing? For a skin that signifies competitive success. I know it. Yeah, I know. Oh, okay, yeah. Production was just telling us that it's T1 Bard. Yeah, it is T1 Bard, and there's a reason T1 picked Bard. Now, granted, it's because it absolutely correct. Well, hold on. We got
coming out here,
Nocturne ultimate going on bot side. They're going to chase down the Singed. Going to catch him.
Yep.
Catching Singed is like catching a butterfly with your hand. It's very impressive, and I would say actually quite a bit more valuable. And that's going to shut down whatever setup they had on the Malphite.
Oh,
but
big
that
play
said,
coming
your
in for
games.
Calamity.
I don't know if Drywall gets away even with that flash. There's the Bard ult. It
nice
misses.
Moves.
Okay. All right. That saves you. But Lance in a scary position.
Huge flash.
The flash. Lance has the moves.
No
Drywall's
ult
going to
for
go down,
Lance,
but
though.
this is going to cost them.
Oh,
and this
is
could
so
put Zero on the board.
tragic.
Zero is in position here to catch out Calamity, and that's the one downside of him having those skills. Well, not just for one downside, it's a shutdown, too, for killing the support. And normally you want the support to die. So...
No, I mean, there's just no way forward. There's no winning scenario here for Kent State. I mean, their support has all the resources. Their solo lanes have been in a dear deficit, and I mean, nothing seems to work out here. The entire combo only manages to deal anything to our jungler, while the rest of our champions were totally fine. Like every single one of our team players there, just jump all over Kent State, and it's just if that's all Kent State can do. Is use their abilities to kill one of us. I mean, like, good night, sir. You know, this series is going to be over quickly.
I would say it would definitely be going a lot better for them if the Victor was on board, right? The Victor is kind of dead weight right now, unfortunately, just based off of how that champ works. Like, 1 in 6 Victor isn't going to be doing a lot, you know.
Yeah, no, this is not particularly close right now.
And also, underrated combo, I mean, Ambessa Oriana, right? Ambessa has a similar thing where she can just take a free ticket to the backline, just like Nocturne. So the fact that both of them are fed, it's almost like a different version of the last game.
Oh, and ult coming out here from Al Calamity. They are going to look for a sneak attack here onto the players of EMU, trying to get some vision.
Yeah, turn out the lights.
It's only our jungle and our
here
support
goes the
caught
Oriana
out
ult,
there.
going to suck them in and make that Malphite irrelevant.
It's just not even close, man. The damage is not even
Maybe
close.
I shouldn't talk back to my boss. I'm learning the lesson here.
This game is so one-sided
Look,
right
I'm
now.
a Bard enjoyer, all right? I'm a Singed enjoyer. Part of me wants to see it, wants to believe in the dream here. Especially
big flash
Wait
in
a
from
minute.
the Singe, though. He's definitely going to find a... Okay, never mind. Oh, he does get something.
That's the fearless. All Singed players, we believe in fearless. I'm going to be very nice and say very brave plays like that. We are big fans of that.
Yeah, at least they tried. At least they tried.
Well,
That was
and
good.
I mean, I think the biggest problem is the Ambessa. Like, can I just say how much of an asset Inferno has been, by the way? Like,
huge.
Inferno is cracked.
Yeah, he's been crushing it, and for the to kind of change the conversation a little bit now to focus on the wider season here. Fun fact: I don't think any of us really talked about this before the game got going, but I believe Kent State actually took a game off of Ball State, which is really crazy to think about.
I don't think Ball State's lost one yet.
No, they haven't lost.
But they took a game off of them.
They took a game.
Yeah.
This is a dangerous Kent State, and it doesn't. Okay, yeah, and you can see here
he's
it
just
doesn't
dead there.
really show.
Yeah, no, he has some magic journey
he
to
gets
get
away,
out.
but
Yeah.
I mean, this is a Kent State that it can be really, really dangerous, and they found success against the best team in the conference, a team that to this day we haven't beaten, even despite our recent successes as a program, and we're crushing them. So this definitely has some wider repercussions.
I'm just baffled
for
by
playoffs.
Kent State's comp choices, though. Like I don't want to discredit how well we're doing, right? But like Yasuo ADC, I don't know if that's ever the play. Like. That's like a duo queue if your buddies play. Like
I think that's what they were trying to boil it down to. I think they're just trying to boil it down to comfort, and unfortunately, comfort wasn't enough.
No, we have such oppressive champions, such strong synergy, and such strong engage.
Oh, big play coming out.
Now, all right, this is it. The Inferno 1v4,
Oh my God.
and that is Ambessa's one weakness. If you can CC her, she's not that tanky.
No, I mean, if you put 4 enemy champions all fighting one, I mean, almost no matter who you're playing.
Well, when Inferno was playing Jax, he did a 1v5 earlier, so in another game. So, like,
oh, really?
Yeah, but I mean, Jax has the tools for that,
Sure.
Like, Ambessa does have the tools for that, but she can't get jumped. All of her sustain comes from Drain. Right, from lifesteal. So if she doesn't get a chance to even get her combo going, she's just gonna explode. So, but so much ground control from Eastern Michigan right now. Like we are setting up for this dragon right now, and we're in a very promising position. And something else is considering how fed Lance is at the moment. This Malphite has to be scared. Malphite's normally a champ that relies on not being scared. Like Malphite's a very fearless character.
This is going to be a really good TP coming in from the side of Kent State.
I think it's Singed.
Okay, it was going to be good But
Oh.
Eastern pulled off just in time to make it not
Stop right there, criminal scum. This is a no TP zone.
good. Yeah, and they're just going to get picked off one by one.
Yeah.
There's not enough coordination
And
going into this
Mbessa
fight.
just chewing this Victor to pieces. Calamity, though, getting away with a kill.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you tell me from your eyes here, Cameron. Has Calamity lived up to the hype this game?
This game he has, yeah. I mean, he's 7-3, so it's really cool to see, and I think Eastern's adapting to it well.
Oh, wait, we're just in their base.
yeah.
We're in their house.
Yeah, we're there. I mean, and Calamity's going to try to
that's it.
defend it. It's one man against an army. Okay, he's going to get taken out pretty quick there.
Okay.
And
We
it's
didn't
just
even
kind of
see
over.
that. Wow. Okay. Wow. Amazing performance from Eastern.
Yeah, and I mean, you can already tell Zero's reclined and
hello.
declined.
And we
So-
have Inferno here. I've been hyping him up.
Oh, you give me the headset? You get me out of here? Your phone.
Well, hello, Inferno. It's nice to meet you. I don't think I've ever talked to you before.
Hello.
All right.
What's your name? Sorry.
I'm Henry.
How are you doing, Henry?
I'm doing well. And
I'm Cameron.
yeah.
Hello.
And yeah, you played like a madman today. You did so much work. Is there anything you want to say or?
No. Easy game. My team is just, they're too good. I don't know.
Your team's good. No, absolutely. I have to also say, now this is me being, as someone who has played a lot of top lane, this is me being as nice as possible. Does it do your soul damage to play Smolder in top lane? Does it hurt?
No. I don't play this role. It's not my fault. I have to learn it. They have to suffer with what I figure out to
Wait,
do.
so top lane's not your main role?
No.
What's your main role?
Mid.
Okay, that translates very well to top. Okay.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, then you don't care if you burn
No.
down our house and spit on our carpet with the rules of no ranged ADC, no ranged top laners. No, you played exceptionally well. So congratulations on the win. These were some very tough opponents. Yeah.
Thank you. I do.
Inferno better take the mic after this
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Jam
can see that.
428.
Yeah.
Got the
The
wish.
army.
He's yeah. Wow.
Yeah. That'd be pretty accurate.
Man, I wish my mom would cheer me on in League of Legends. Oh, that's one of the sadder things I've ever said. Anyways, let's go back to schedule. Cameron, you want to run that? Let's buy that one more
Of
time.
course, yes.
Okay.
All right, so yep, today we just did our League of Legends against State State, and 24th we have Valorant against Kent State. February 25th against Miami League of Legends, and then the 26th against Miami for Valorant. And then March 3rd, we have Valorant for Akron.
Okay. Thank you all for tuning in. This was a fantastic game. And there we are. Bye.
Bye.